Hi, I'm Dennis Hansen, and this is my Triumph Speed 4. I wanted to talk a little bit about the things I've done to this bike, things that you can do to your bike, keep it going, do-it-yourself type things where you don't have to take it to a shop, you don't have to spend a lot of money. When I got the bike, it needed a few things. It's only got 13,000 miles on it, but it did need sprockets and chain. So I replaced the sprockets. I did put a 48 on the back, which meant, and a 15 in the front, which meant I needed a longer chain than the standard chain. So the old chain I cut off with my 3-inch grinder, and then I got this chain riveting and chain breaker tool on Amazon. It was 20 bucks, and it has all these little braces and punches, all kinds of little doohickeys here to help you do what you need to do. If you really get, if this is all new to you, then you probably want to go on YouTube, and there's actually people that have made videos of using this kit, and it'd make it a lot easier. When I did mine, it turned out really good. I was surprised, and of course it's an O-ring chain. I did buy a Volar 120 link, I believe, gold O-ring chain, and been pretty happy with it. I've only adjusted it a couple times, and seems to be holding up real nice. The other thing that I do is I put on this chain saver, and some people think that you don't have to use any lubricant if you've got an O-ring chain, which is not true, because the individual links, they need to be lubricated, and it's the fat round part. So I recommend this one. I got this on Amazon. It's not a lot of money, doesn't make a big mess, and seems to work for me. I mentioned in the previous video that I had to replace the master cylinder for the rear brake caliper, and this one's it's a really nice little replacement. It's got its own reservoir, screwed right into where the other one was, and the banjo bolt, just, everything went together. I paid 20 bucks for it. Of course, whenever you do brakes, you're going to have to bleed them. So one little tool that I found, there's a vacuum pump that you can set this thing up, and makes it a lot easier. You can create a vacuum inside the caliper, draw the fluid out, and makes it a lot easier. Another thing that I've learned recently is you can use this syringe, and you can open up the relief bolt on the caliper and have a hose that goes in and do it kind of reverse. The only thing I would caution on that is that you make sure your reservoir doesn't have too much fluid, because you don't want to overflow it when you're pushing the fluid back in there the opposite way. So I did take a little ride on my bike this morning, and I tried it with using my action camera with the sound on, and it was terrible. It's just so much wind and whistling. So what I did is I went back, did it with the sound off, and what I'm going to do is a voiceover, talk about a few of the things I really love about my bike. Alright, I did want to talk about why I love my Triumph Speed 4. First of all, it's a very cool looking bike. I love the color. It's always been, of all the Speed 4s, I'd have to say the roulette green is my favorite color. I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me, but it doesn't matter. This particular bike was made in February of 2002, which is right about the time that there was the big fire at the Triumph factory. So that kind of makes it special, because I know any bikes after that were after the fire. So anyway, I'm really pleased with the fit and finish of this bike. The quality is really good. I mean, I would put it up there with any Japanese bike, and I don't want to get into a comparison thing, but I think that, you know, having owned an older Triumph, this bike is so much better than the old ones, and doesn't leak, so that's really a plus. The accessibility is probably one of the nicest things of it. The ride height is good. Since I changed it to the LSL handlebars, and yeah, it's right for me. I like that. I like the seating position. The bike is it's light. It handles very light, and it's flickable. And I have friends that have bigger bikes and Harleys and things like that, and I would not trade my bike for any of those bikes. Those bikes are pigs, and I really like that this is like the small Triumph, and it's a very cool bike. Of course, the sound is amazing. Anytime you get an inline 4, it's going to have that rev factor. It's going to just have that whine, and it's going to go. And so I've always liked that. It's the kind of bike you can ride. You can be lazy, and you can just let it, you know, go along. It's got plenty of torque. Or you can ride like a maniac, and you can go really fast. And I mean, I've had this bike. I've taken it up to 10 grand and then juiced it, and it's got scary speed. And I'm an older guy, sure, but even when I was a young man, this bike would have blown away anything that I'd had. And so I don't ride like a hooligan anymore, but it's that means it'll last that much longer. There isn't a whole lot more I can say about the bike. This one's in really nice shape. The person I got it from was going to school here. He's going to the aeronautical school, so he took good care of it, and I intend to take good care of it for as long as I have it. And I hope to have it a long time. So thanks for watching, and enjoy what's left of the video.